Today we're doing something a little different. We're not just looking at a crime, we're conducting a full-on forensic deconstruction of a system. A system that's designed to take your greatest hopes, your biggest dreams for the future, and weaponize them, to turn them into a criminal's most effective tool. And this quote, it really gets to the heart of it. This single idea is the master key. It unlocks a really sophisticated psychological crime we call hope manipulation. See, it's not about threats, it's not about force, it's about someone offering you a vision of your future so powerful, so compelling, that you'll do almost anything to protect it, even when it's not real.
So that's the big question, isn't it? How can your brightest, most positive dreams be engineered to blind you during a devastating heist? Well, in this deep dive, we're going to answer that. We're going to dissect the whole system piece by piece. We'll look at the neurochemistry inside your own brain that gets exploited. We'll walk through the exact playbook these criminals use, and most importantly, we'll talk about the practical defense you can build to make yourself bulletproof.
All right, so here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover the dream as a blindfold, the brain's biological switch, the anatomy of the heist itself, the script they use, and then how to build your own mental firewall. We'll end on trusting data, not the dream. Let's get into it. Okay, section 1, your dream, the perfect blindfold. And we're starting right at the crime scene with this central kind of mind-bending paradox. The very moment you are most focused on that life-changing dream, that is the exact moment you become completely blind to the crime that's happening right in front of you.
And let's be super clear about this right from the start. This is not about greed. It has absolutely nothing to do with how smart you are. What we're talking about is a biological exploit. It's a systematic hijacking of your most natural human aspirations. The whole scam is built to leverage the fundamental wiring of your brain, specifically how it processes hope.
All right, section 2, the brain's biological switch. So to really get how this scam works, we first have to understand the weapon they use against you. And that weapon, it's your own brain.
So, let's talk about the dopamine reward pathway. This is a really ancient, powerful system in our brains. It's designed to motivate us, to push us to succeed. But here's the thing. Scammers have figured out how to hijack it. They trigger a huge dopamine release, not when you get the reward, but just from anticipating it. Think about it. The anticipation of a win can be even more powerful than the win itself. It's like the thrill of the chase, but chemically weaponized.
So once that dopamine is flowing, they introduce this concept of phantom riches. They paint this picture of success for you that is so vivid, so detailed, that your brain literally starts to treat it as if it's already real. It's like an asset you already own. And what do we do with our assets? We protect them. You start defending a reality that doesn't even exist yet.
And then comes the final piece of the puzzle, the thing that makes the trap snap shut. Optimism bias. You know that little voice in your head? The one that says, yeah, okay, but this time it's different, or I'm the exception to the rule. We all have it, and scammers count on that. It makes you underestimate the real risk and believe that you're the one person this impossible thing is actually going to work for.
So what you have is this massive internal conflict in your brain. You can think of it as two systems. System 1 is your fast, emotional, gut-feeling brain. System 2 is your slow, logical, analytical brain. The whole scam is designed to light up System 1 with all this hope and excitement, which basically shuts down System 2, the part that's supposed to look at the data and say, hey, wait a minute.
Okay, so we've got the psychology down. Now for part 3, anatomy of a hope heist. Let's walk through the actual step-by-step playbook these scammers use. And believe me, this isn't random. It's a cold, calculated machine. It's a 6-step process, this dream anchoring machine. It goes from targeting and aspiration scraping all the way to concealment and denial. It's designed to systematically anchor your hope and just completely blind your ability to think critically. Now, step 3, the exclusive hook. This is the crucial moment. This is the point of no return. It's when they show you the proof. A fake trading account going through the roof, a doctored bank statement, some secret document. Your brain sees this and goes, it's real. The payout feels inevitable. And right there, those phantom riches lock in. The dream is no longer a maybe. In your mind, it's a when.
And here's where the manipulation flips. See, a normal deal is transactional. It's about logic. You're a client. But the scammer makes it transformational. It's about belief. They make you feel like you're special, like you're the chosen one. Suddenly, this isn't about money anymore. It's about your identity.
Which brings us to step 4, The commitment staircase. And folks, this is the psychological choke point. After they've hooked you, they'll walk you up these little steps. They'll let you withdraw a tiny fake profit, for example, just a small win. But after a few of these, you're so invested, so committed that you start defending the scam. You'll literally argue with your own family who are trying to warn you. So why does this work so well? It's a trap. First, there's the endowment effect. You feel like you already own the dream, so you can't bear to let it go. Then there's self-signaling. Admitting it's a fraud means admitting you were foolish. And for many people, that's a trauma even worse than losing the money. All of this happens in a high arousal environment, like with a countdown timer that keeps your logical brain offline. You're not just losing money, you're fighting for a version of yourself you've already fallen in love with.
Okay, Section 4, the script of delusion. Now we're going to get really forensic. Let's look at the actual words, the specific language and tactics they use to keep you trapped in that loop of anticipation. One of their most powerful plays is called the legacy ruse. They completely reframe the investment. Suddenly, it's not about you making money. It's about creating generational wealth. It's about changing your family's story. And just like that, they've tapped into your sense of duty. Now, if you have doubts, it feels like you're betraying your own family's future. It's an incredibly powerful manipulation. And they have other tactics in the script too. There's phased success, letting you withdraw a little bit of money early on to build false trust. They use luxury props, rented cars, maybe AI-generated pictures of mansions to make your current life feel like it's not good enough. And then the big one, the privacy window. They'll tell you, keep this between us. Why? Because that isolates you from anyone who could spot the red flags. It creates a bubble where the scam is the only reality. All right, we've taken the whole thread apart. Now for the most important part, the solution. Section 5 is about building your mental firewall. And this isn't about being negative or cynical. It's about having a clear, calm protocol to protect yourself.
So the core principle is simple. It's a reality check. In any legitimate system, risk and reward are always balanced. Always. So if someone promises you zero risk for a huge reward, the actual fraud risk is 100%. That's it. The word guaranteed should be the biggest red flag you could ever see.
So how do you actually apply that principle? You use what we call the external friction protocol. It's just 3 simple steps designed to do one thing: get you out of that emotional yes mode and into a calm, professional audit mode.
The first part of that is the identity audit. This is basic detective work you can do yourself. Take their profile picture and do a reverse image search. Is it a stock photo? Check official government databases. Is the company even registered? And just Google the company name with words like scam or complaint. You're just verifying, are these people who they say they are? And that brings us to maybe the single most critical rule in your entire defense, the 48-hour rule. And this, folks, is absolutely non-negotiable.
Here's what it means. You never, ever, under any circumstances, agree to a dream investment in the same meeting or call where it's pitched to you. You enforce a mandatory 48-hour cooling-off period. This is your most powerful tool because it gives that dopamine rush time to wear off. It lets your analytical brain come back online so you can actually think clearly.
All right, let's bring this investigation home. Section 6, trust data, not the dream. This is the final takeaway, the core principle I want you to walk away with.
I love this quote. Hope is a beautiful place to visit, but a dangerous place to store your life savings. And that's really the essential truth here, isn't it? Your dreams are important. They should drive you, but they are not a financial strategy. If a so-called opportunity requires you to ignore the data, to ignore the math, it's not an opportunity. It's a delusion.
So, you need a simple, powerful filter that you can use for any opportunity that comes your way. Here it is. It's a mantra. I trust the data, not the dream. If it's guaranteed, it's a red flag. Just repeat that to yourself. It'll keep you grounded in reality when someone is trying to pull you into a fantasy.
And that really is the final question you should always ask. Anytime you're presented with one of these unbelievable, life-changing opportunities, just stop for a second and ask yourself, whose dream am I actually building here? Because if you answer that question honestly, you'll make sure the dream you're building is actually yours.